Hello, everyone. My name is KeTohn. I'm the CEO of BossBabeBlog.com, and you are now listening to the Boss Babe Blog podcast. And depending on if you follow us, you may be watching it as well. This podcast streams on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, so you can find us on any of those platforms. Boss Babe Blog is our Facebook page, and if you need our handle for Boss Babe Blog on Facebook, it is Boss Babe Blog FB. So you do the @ Boss Babe Blog FB. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is recognize a distraction. Share in the comments for me one thing that you are passionate about in life. What is your true calling? After you've shared your true calling, I want you to think, what is one distraction that pulls you away from your true calling in life? Think for a moment. You can share it if you'd like to. I'm sure someone would love to hear your story. And if you don't, just think about it in your head. But I'm going to share with you one behavior, one thing that was a distraction for me that pulled me away from my true calling in life. So one distraction for me was overworking myself. A lot of times people look at hard work as a win or a positive, and it is when you're working hard, when you're working diligently, when you're working smart, when you're working consistently. That's a great thing. But overworking yourself can be a negative thing, because not only do we know that there's studies on how no sleep can affect your brain, or less sleep can affect your brain and your body, but we also know that we're not functioning at our highest self when we are in that survival mode, in that kind of just get it done mode. You're not really thinking about that quality. You're focused more on quantity, like, okay, I gotta work. But let's talk about quality. Let's talk about strategy. Those are things that we have to focus on. And when you overwork yourself, you don't get an opportunity to step back as a CEO and look at areas of your business where you need to manage them better. So that takes away sales. It takes away sometimes confidence, sometimes happiness, your overall joy and positivity that you carry. You start to feel depleted. You start to feel unappreciated. And some of those things are all going to be a factor of what you choose to do and how you choose to treat yourself. So if you're overworking yourself and you're overextending yourself and you are overly available to everyone at all times, you're going to feel underappreciated. And that won't be no one can hold themselves accountable for that except for you, because it is you that we're talking about. Now, are there people who will take advantage of that? Absolutely. And they know what they're doing, and they know that they're taking advantage of someone who's really diligently trying to work and get to the next level and provide a great service. Yes. But at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility to create those standards, set those boundaries, and have that consistency in your self-care and your well-being. So for me, I recognize that this was a distraction, because as great as I might have felt in the moment, I'm working. Later on, I start to feel tired. Later on, I start to feel like, maybe I need to just step back for a longer period of time, when in reality, all I needed to do was create a schedule, create balance, create boundaries. And when you do those things, you start to see things really fall into place. So that was my distraction, overworking. Funny enough, a lot of people wouldn't think of that as a distraction to what, is going to stop you, what's going to stop you in what you're trying to achieve. So let me know in the comments, what is your distraction and how are you going to overcome that now? Not this year, not next year. How are you going to overcome it now? What steps are you going to take today to end this distraction? I'm going to share with you one step that I took to end this distraction, and that is creating a self-care schedule. So in the morning, there are certain things that I must do, regardless of how busy my day is. And in the afternoon, in the evening, I have to shut it down at a certain time. I have to stop working. I have to get away. I cannot answer inquiries. I have a team. I have an assistant, and I have someone that's doing that for me. So I have to step back, delegate, and allow other people to take on those roles that they're great at doing. And even if you don't have a team, you can still learn a schedule that will work best for you, where you're able to step back and pause and breathe and be yourself. So in the evenings, I stop around 5, 6. The latest that you might see me working now is maybe 7 or 8. That's a late night. But I will go and have my dinner. I will do my self-care routine, take my shower, wind down for the day, read a book, get away from technology. And after I've read my book, I just kind of fade out and go to sleep. So those are things that I've been doing to eliminate that distraction. And it has helped me tremendously because not only am I seeing clients coming faster by prioritizing my self-care, but I see a certain level of respect that clients have initially for my business and my time and for my value. And that's because I'm choosing to prioritize that and set healthy boundaries so that people understand that I value myself and I know how much I'm worth. So you have to start with yourself if you want anyone else to see it. And you have to communicate professionally and set your boundaries professionally and personally in a healthy manner. Because if you can do those things, people will support you in that journey. A lot of people, it's not that they don't want to support you or that they want to take advantage of you. It's that they are doing what you're showing them or telling them to do. So if you are telling them that, you're available at all times of the day at any time to talk about your work or to provide free services or free consultations, then they're going to do it. If you tell them, hey, I have a consultation service. If you'd like to book one free consultation, here's my link. However, I also provide this service as a paid service. Here's the way that you can become a client and receive exclusive access to me and my assistance and expertise. Then they're going to go and do that. So sometimes it's not even about do they want to do it. It's about how well can you communicate what your boundaries, what your services, and what your style is. So you have to learn how to do that respectfully, professionally, and with pride and excitement. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you take a step back, breathe, and think about what it is that you want. And the only way you can do that is if you take care of yourself. So that is my distraction that I have now turned into something that is a lesson for anyone else that may be experiencing that fatigue and just feeling tired. I hope that you're able to take something positive from that. And I hope that you share your distraction in the comments and let us know what you're doing to overcome it now. Thank you all so much for listening to the Boss Babe Blog podcast. We talked about recognizing a distraction today. See me next time. We're going to talk about recognizing a hater. Ooh, it's a hot topic, always will be. How do you recognize behaviors that tell you that someone might be a secret hater, right? And most importantly, how do you cope? How do you deal with that professionally and proactively so that you are moving forward at all times in your life? That will be the next conversation. I'll see you all soon again at the Boss Babe Blog podcast. Bye-bye.